in New York and the home of the Nets. We're broadcasting live from Barclays Center. 2K Sports brings you Friday night NBA action. Hi, everyone. This is Kevin Harlan with Chris Webber and Greg Anthony, and our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. Back to the road tomorrow as this is the final game of the Nets homestand.
And they've yet to come up with a win in any of their 3 games against these guys. So I guess one positive for them is that no matter what happens tonight, it's the last time they'll face them on the season.
Yeah, another first-year head coach who came up through the ranks as an assistant. James Borrego had been an interim head coach for the Magic in 2015, but he was quickly told that the permanent job would not be his.
Nunley's shot is good.
And so it begins, taking control right up front.
Well, I like the effort. It always feels good to get on the board first.
Curry with it. They depend on his scoring, and he always delivers, averaging a grand total of 31 points a game.
A very shaky start for them. After 4 attempts, they're still trying to find a target.
Down to 5 on the shot clock. It's rebounded by Charlotte. Both teams deciding to change it up. Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. Stolen by Collins. It's 2-on-1. And again, no good by Brooklyn.
You got to give the D credit there. It affected him. He didn't have much room to get the shot off.
And from everything you hear about Giannis Antetokounmpo, he keeps a laser focus. Basketball and his family are his sole preoccupations.
Both free throws good from Antetokounmpo. And some have even compared Giannis to Kobe Bryant for his single-minded dedication, Greg, to improvement.
Yeah, you know, something of an introvert. Not a guy you'll find out on the town or schmoozing with other stars. He's content to save outside pursuits for after his playing days are done.
Nets passing it around. And Curry has it in the corner. Back to Harris. Harris outside. Releases. And again, no good by Brooklyn. And a fast break now for the Hornets. Antetokounmpo running. Sinks the 15-footer.
That's his mindset. Attack, attack, attack whenever possible.
Harris's shot is off.
That is fantastic defense on one of the best three-point shooters in the league. Didn't give him an inch of room.
Here's Nunley. There's the basket and make it a double-digit lead. 5 points in the game.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
And it's slammed in by Plumlee.
Such a smart read by Curry. He has an uncanny ability to know whenever one of his guys is up.
Starting to surge here, and we're only in the first quarter.
And it's happening at both ends, trying to end this thing before it begins.
That's his first basket of the game. 1 for 6 and looking for more.
You can't take Curry lightly inside. He's not the biggest guy. He's exceptionally crafty.
Lob pass to Gasol.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
You know, see, we've spoken before about the skills that were hardest for you to develop. What parts of your game were the easiest to strengthen and fine-tune?
Wow, that's a great question, Ken. I have to think about that. The easiest. Well, I would say for me it was whatever I was doing well in college, and so that was on the post, on the right block, or stealing James Worthy's spin move. It was easier to get a little bit quicker in that because now I got to see him use it and do it to me. It was easier to have my jump shot or start to get in the place that I wanted it to as a rookie. But why? Because I had one of the greatest shooters of all time, Chris Mullin, there to sit and practice with me. So when you have a great shooter and a mentor like him, it's easier because they explain it to you, and then not only do they explain how to do it, they show you through their work ethic. And so for me, it was pretty easy in those areas because I had a great mentor in Chris Mullin.
I love that story. Here's Curry after the basket by Charlotte. And Gary Harris is going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. And the Hornets making a change here. Randall down low. Second chance shot. Out of hand on it. On its way from Curry for two. The good-looking shot from the wing. Curry's got his third basket of the night.
Able to stop on a dime at full speed. Curry with the nasty pull-up.
And from the opening tip, they just crushed it. You see it now on the scoreboard.
Yeah, particularly on offense, where they've been completely in sync. Terrific first quarter.
Wow, that is a strong move there to go in for the dunk.
John Collins.
Brooklyn shooting their first free throws here tonight.
Not really where you'd like to be as a team in terms of free throw shooting, just about 73%.
And when you watch Collins play, Greg, you just can't help but notice how athletic he is going to the rim.
Man, his hang time and ability to throw it down make him an ideal finisher inside. Very efficient because he's not only a strong finisher, but also enjoys attacking the rim. And does a great job, I think, of picking up misses, just being a pest for the defense. Just doing the job on the backboard.
5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. To the middle. A nice shot by Gasol. Gasol's got 6 points.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
They get a hand on it.
Defends the shot and grabs the rebound. About as big an impact as you can have on a possession.
The shot's good. So as we end the first quarter, already a double. And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And when you consider how Charlotte is doing, guys, what do you think?
Playing smart in this first period. Credit their unselfish play.
Always a good strategy. Get as many people involved as you can early on.
And finished off by Gasol.
Yeah, and it doesn't take a whole lot of effort for Gasol to dunk it home. At 7 feet tall, he uses his height to power home those jams.
Lays it in off the breakaway. McConnell's got his first 2 points. Pass to Anunoby. And that one is stuffed right through.
I didn't see that pass coming. Zeller setting the table with precision. I mean, this is good work by the Knicks from him.
Here's Gasol. The shot, no good. The Nets go the other way with it. And Harris wide open. He shoots. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Harris has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. And the call will be against Harris. That is his first foul of the game. Outside for Redick. From 15 feet away. Tried to bank it in, but he misses.
That's a nice defensive effort. Sticking right up on him and affecting the shot.
Second shot opportunity. Curry looking it over. And he drops that one in. Curry's got 12 in the game.
Oh, just taking what the defense gives him. Curry's able to run the pick and roll. In just such a variety of ways.
So Charlotte calls timeout. They're first.
Well, newsflash, the league has fallen hard for the three-point. Steph Curry, he breaks his own three-point shooting record year after year. No player epitomizes that more than Steph Curry, whether it's highlight-worthy heats or setting records or winning titles. His long-range mastery has shifted the NBA landscape.
We're closing in on 2 minutes played here in the second quarter. The shot's good from Gasol.
Well, he's been the safety valve for them on every possession. So dependable.
Outside, Lynn. Here's Portis. To the paint. Vanderbilt. Portis trying to free himself. Over Randall. And good, as it just snugs right down through the net.
So assured. Sometimes Portis prepares himself to shoot the ball as it's coming his way.
Chris, I've heard someone say that Steph Curry's success was, to a degree, hurting the game because kids just want to shoot threes now. Do you buy that?
Well, I definitely understand what they meant. They meant that, you know, guys don't want to get the fundamentals, kids being that because they see the highlight of Steph Curry. And I think that's actually a compliment. When I played basketball, I would go right out and dunk. That didn't mean Dominique or Michael Jordan messed the game up. But definitely their dunk overshadowed kind of the basics of the game, and coaches were complaining back then. So that's all that means. But you see thousands of kids showing up early to games to watch Steph's ball handling drills. Steph is the best three-point shooter that the NBA has ever seen, and it shifted the dynamic of the NBA. I think, you know, they understand how much work he puts into his overall games, and it's up for coaches at a young age to explain that.
Here's Lynn. After Pau Gasol's bucket. 6 to shoot.
And Lynn has really carved out a nice role for himself in our league. An effective two-way player who can score, rebound, pass, and defend.
Jeremy Lin.
First one falls for him.
And for Lynn, missing the season last year, he's just glad to be back. His playmaking and creativity is something that this team needs. As long as he's healthy and playing aggressively, he'll be an effective guard option.
He has them really. They haven't had an answer for him this quarter.
Over in the corner, Portis. Outside, Lynn. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Lynn's got 4 points in the quarter. And with Lynn, he made a point upon returning from injury, saying he will not change how he plays.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of guys, they'll shy away from contact after experiencing a torn patella like Lynn did, but he knows that he is at his best going at defenders and absorbing that contact. He said he'll try and be more aware of how he lands, but has no plans of changing his game.
Now, here's Gasol. And stolen by Portis. In the corner, it's Lynn. Nailed from three-point land. Lynn's got 7.
And they are absolutely stroking it from beyond the arc.
Randall right side. Falls through. He's now made 2 of 4.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
Back to Lynn. Gasol with the rebound.
He loses concentration at the moment of truth and blows the layup.
And Pau Gasol really on the tail end of what has been a Hall of Fame career. He's a two-time champion, international star, nothing left to prove, but still manages to put up points with his sharp approach to the game.
Here's Curry. He's got 12. And it goes out of bounds. That one is off Smith.
That's a good break. It's tough to connect on those long-distance passes.
1:06 left in the first half. Knocked loose. That's out of bounds. Brooklyn will retain possession. And with Pau Gasol, even after almost 2 decades in the league, Greg, he is still a very effective player.
You know, Pau just never seems to get credit for how smart a player he is. When he makes a play on offense, he knows exactly how a defense will react, what will open up, and what the best options are. Kobe knows just how great a teammate Gasol is, and Gasol's knowledge of the game really on an elite level.
And Brooklyn making a change here. It's Curry outside. In the corner, it's Harris. Harris outside. To the inside. Plumlee. Basket is good. The assist from Harris. Plumlee's got his second bucket of the game to go. And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a three-point play. Going to the line for one. Charlotte shooting their 5th free throw of the game here.
Not a strong suit for this group. Just around 71%.
Charlotte leading by 10. Here's Antetokounmpo. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
Yeah, I mean, the ball handling and body control for a guy that's Giannis's height, it's really impressive.
Now here is Harris. No points in the game yet for him. Fast break now.
Oh! He's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Insane dunk.
And now they're starting to rub it in. Build up a lead, and here we go, baby. It is showtime. A shot by Curry, no good. Here's Antetokounmpo. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
And offensively, they've done a great job here of staying in rhythm.
Yeah, of the two teams, they're taking the more makeable shots.
And so it's Charlotte with a sizable lead as the quarter wraps up. They're ahead 16 points. They've been playing some ferocious defense. Right back after this break. And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. And out of bounds as Brooklyn gains possession. Nets trail by 16. Everyone seems to suffer small injuries, C-Web, over the course of a season. Who does the best, you think, at battling through those minor bumps and bruises and injuries and still continues to play well?
You know what, Kevin? I can't answer that question because whoever does it does not let us know also that they're hurt.
They hide it. Yeah, good point. You're right.
Because the main guys that get through it, they're not going to tell you.
Good point. Knocks it loose. Puts up a 3. That falls. Nice feed that time from Turner. 15 points for Giannis Antetokounmpo.
And I love the momentum he's building. Last game, he was just as dominant.
And defensively, you know he's feeling good right now. And as the opposing team, you better adjust your scheme accordingly. Their stroke has not been what they needed it to be, but looks like they're going to keep going to him. That's not a possession they'll want to repeat. Despite the points, they got to get a better shot than that. But he's having a great night from the floor, and they're going to keep leaning on him, looking to grow the lead.
And really, the ceiling for Antetokounmpo is limitless. I mean, he has the potential to be a Hall of Famer one day.
And so Curry will bring it up for Brooklyn, trailing by 19. Outside Turner. Back to Antetokounmpo. To the middle. And it's Turner. Finishing it off.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
Yeah, guys, and the finish is the perfect capper. I mean, taking it all the way to the 10.
And they double up on Antetokounmpo. The three-pointer, no good. Curry attacking. Nets passing it around. Clock at 6. And the foul called on Antetokounmpo. That's his third foul of the game.
That's his third personal foul.
2 minutes gone in this third quarter now.
The struggles this quarter continue. The D's done a good job. He's gone off the rails this quarter, and it's a bad time to do it. I mean, when they're needing to fight from behind.
And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
Yeah, getting theirs before the defense can set up.
Now, that's just the aggressiveness of transition, making sure they come away with points.
To the middle. Vanderbilt. To the paint. Pass to Anunoby. 6 to shoot. It's Curry outside. It's rebounded by Charlotte.
Oh, goodness.
Wow. Crazy.
Oh, here he comes, and there he goes.
Oh, look at him punish that rim. And here's Reed. Back to Curry. Looking to end the run. Banked in off the glass. Curry's got 16 points.
Nice job getting inside for the layup. Got the D thinking, jump shot, gave a little pump fake, and then off to the races. And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Third quarter of basketball here, and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Curry with another miss.
Yeah, not a great shot there, especially when you got a lockdown defender guarding.
I mean, there had to be a better option that time down the court. That's just a missed opportunity.
Coming on the floor for your Nets, Jeremy Lin.
The steal. It's stolen by Antetokounmpo. And there's a whistle. That goes on Jeremy Lin. That'll be his second foul of the game. We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. Here's Gasol. And there's the foul. It'll go on Willie Reed. That's foul number 2 for him. Randall down low. Redick trying to get open. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Well, look, Julius Randle making an effort to up his physical condition. Look, we love his motor, and he wants to be able to handle dealing with larger assignments, as he can often give up height on most plays against most players. He's one of the more consistent presence on the floor.
And really, Lin has a terrific feel for this offense. Just seems to know whenever one of his guys is open.
Gasol goes back up. That one drops for him. Gasol's got 22 points.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
And see Webb with Randall's production. He's shown to be versatile in where he can line up as well.
Yeah, Kevin, I mean, he came into this league as a small forward, but he has seen some time as a small ball 5. I mean, that's crazy. The focus on conditioning, that's helped him in that regard. He's turned his defense from a weakness.
Nasty.
You see the good speed, especially for a power forward. Randall making plays in transition.
Vanderbilt. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
What a play there. The hoop plus the harm.
And he's got his first chance at the line here. And so it's Randall bringing it up now for the Charlotte Hornets. Fades. Up again. It's good on the putback.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Here's Reed. And the dunk by Reed.
Such incredible hops for a center. Look, it allows him to hold his own against any other five in the league.
And that set them apart today, guys. Their success with the mid-range.
Left side, Lynn. To the wing on the left. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation.
And they're just playing fast and loose. Sometimes that'll burn you.
Like right here, you have to value each possession, especially when you're behind.
Now a timeout call by Brooklyn.
Yeah, and the amount of points they've given up here in the paint, that's what they got to talk about.
Oh, this is ugly. No question about it. And you wonder if these matchups aren't favoring them right now.
And so here's Charlotte. They'll be playing host to Portland for their next game. They start a 3-game homestand with that game. Basket is good. The assist from Harris. Lynn's got 9.
And Lynn is just fearless, always looking to get as close to the bucket as he can.
And finished off by Collins.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. 9 seconds left to play in the third. A wide open look for Gasol. And off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him.
And with Gasol, he feels comfortable shooting from any area of the court.
And so it's Charlotte, finishing the quarter up by a whopping 24 points. From the field, they have been outstanding. Amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. Back right after this. And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Curry can't get it to go.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change.
And there's the call on John Collins. That's his 3rd foul of the game. And stolen by Zeller.
Like intelligent defense. He reads the play. Gets himself in the perfect position to come up with the steal.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Outside Gasol. See, Webb, I think of when you entered the league and how much the league has changed since your entry. In your mind, going back to your rookie year, I'm sure you can count many ways that the NBA has improved the game.
Yeah, and the NBA to me has always been a step ahead. It's been a leader as far as where sports in general should go. I mean, we're truly a global game now. Just imagine where the game is going to be in 20 years. The growth of overall player salaries, the value of franchises. And to me, again, the biggest improvement has just been the evolution of players. It's been thanking a guy like Larry Bird, who was 6'9", shooting threes, and today we have Kevin Durant, 7-foot shooting threes. It's players getting better. The dribbling of Isaiah Thomas back in the Piston days to the dribbling of Curry, Kyrie, John Wall. Today, it's the evolution of the players to me that's been so exciting, along with the growth of the league overall.
Back to Curry. Shot clock at 6. Shoots it up. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down. Curry's got 4 points in the quarter. Look from Gasol. Good. And McConnell gets the assist.
He continues to be their go-to guy. If they close this game out, his stamp will be all over this win.
Right side Curry. Over McConnell. Curry's shot is off.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Gasol with it. Picked up by Portis. It's rebounded by Portis. Trying to find Curry. He's got it now. The lead pass was put in just the right spot.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Floats it up for Randall. And Randall throws it down.
That's a major league catch and flush right there. Randall's not a high flyer, but showing some explosiveness at the rim that time.
And Curry, here we go. And now Randall pushing it up, and no one back to stop him.
Open court basketball at its best. The D slow to catch up, and the assist leads him right to the bucket.
Outside Curry. Each team has one inactive player per night. Would upping that amount, you think, C-Web, of active players on game day change anything at all?
I don't believe so, because the inactive player we're talking about usually is at the bottom of the roster. And so if you look at the next man up theory, that means that the last guy on the bench at that time, it's his time to get that playing time. So I don't think that the inactive players would change anything, because it's still a team sport, and those guys earn their playing time in practice. And so that guy at the end of the bench is still one of the greatest players in the world and can contribute at any time.
But they'll get another chance.
Oh, tough play underneath there to give them another possession. Just what they were hoping for. A little more time off the clock.
2 minutes to go in the game. 2.
Here's Tolliver. And Tyler Zeller's going to pick up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
Yeah, clearly a foul of frustration right there.
And a little luck that time, but it drops. Gasol's got 12 points here in the second half.
And Gasol excels from that mid-range area. If you leave him open from there, you're going to pay the price.
Timeout called, the Nets. Pau Gasol with a strong contribution so far in this one.
There should only be one thing they're talking about in this timeout, trying to deny him the ball in the paint before he does any more damage.
Pass to Collins. And finished off by Collins.
And did you see the screen that was set for him? I mean, that was how he got to the hoop.
It was the classic screen play. It won't show up in the box score, but that screen deserves an assist.
Yeah, guys, and his teammates love it. That'll get him a few big pats on the back.
Here's Smith. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Spates.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Hornets.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And so it'll boost this year's win total for them to 29.
Wow, they finished the season series undefeated. 4 games, 4 wins, really asserting their dominance.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Pau Gasol.
Even when the entire defense was focused on stopping him, they couldn't slow him down. I mean, a terrific offensive player. Wow, wasted possession, thanks to what should have been a simple pass.
Here's Lynn. Solid play on the low block, and that one's good.
And guys, you got to ask, where was this effort when it mattered? The game's over now.
Oh, yeah, this is a nice run here, but too little too late. And deep down, I think they know it.
Assist goes to.
And that's a killer instinct on display as they try to put this one on ice.
Well, they've gotten serious, stringing together some game-winning buckets.
Teardrop shot.
Yeah, you have to admire the aggressiveness of Lynn, constantly looking to draw the foul on his shot.
And that one falls for Lynn.
Jeremy Lin.
Both free throws good from Lynn. 44 seconds left in the game.
Andre Roberson.
Free throw drops for Gasol.
And Gasol is a guy who can do a multitude of things well. I mean, he scores it, rebounds it, passes it, just an all-around talent.
Pass to Lynn. Rebound, Giannis Antetokounmpo. And so Antetokounmpo will bring it up for Charlotte.
Hornets foul call. Maurice Bates. That's his second.
And the first one drops.
Second team foul. At the line.
And he can't hit the second. The shot and game clock separated by 4. Smith for 3. Outside for Gasol.
That's foul call. Marshall. That's his
Free throw drops for Gasol.
team is a penalty. Shooting.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots. So it's Brooklyn now. 17 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Lynn. And a missed layup. And there's a whistle. That goes on Jeremy Lin. That's his third foul so far. Bonus situation in effect, so we'll head to the free throw line for 2. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. Another shot. Misses at the rim. And so it's the Hornets taking care of business in this one. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look